What's going on, guys? Team Art here, and today, you guys guessed it, we're going to be talking about even more leaked game modes in Black Ops 3. It's been absolutely crazy lately. Like, for the past 2 or 3 days, we've had a leak every single day regarding game modes, and it's really exciting because they're all over the place. If we have old school favorites coming back, like the literal old school mode from Call of Duty 4, Sharpshooter, One in the Chamber, Search and Rescue, stuff like that. Then yesterday we had a leak about a brand new mode called Stockpile, which sounds pretty interesting. And now today we actually have 3 new modes that they found within the beta files of the game that sound very, very interesting. Now, this all comes from that same guy who's leaked Stockpile and the party game modes and stuff like that. He'll find these audio files in the game of like the in-game announcer saying the mode name and saying like things to do about the mode and stuff like that. Unfortunately, with these 3 that I'm about to tell you about, we don't have any information or details about like how the modes work and what the objectives are and stuff like that. Like when Stockpile was revealed the other day, it was like we had like Stockpile, so we knew the name, and then it was like, you know, capture the tags and deposit them at the deposit location. So we know it's a mode where you like kill people, you pick up the tags, and you take them back to a certain objective area to deposit them for points. We know what that game mode's about. These, we don't have that. We just have the names of the modes, so we're gonna have to kind of use our imagination and try to figure out what they mean and what they could potentially be. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say down in the comments. But I wanted to bring it to you guys anyway because the names actually sound super, super interesting, and it's just kind of exciting because it's 3 new modes we haven't seen before. So first up, the first one we have is Resistance. There are actually 2 different forms. There's like the regular core resistance, as well as there's one that says hardcore resistance. So it's going to be, you know, kind of like in both playlists there. Resistance, I'm not really sure what that's going to mean. It kind of makes me think of Safeguard, like, you know, Resistance, like you're trying to like push the robot back and keep him from pushing forward. Maybe it's more of like a war type thing. Like, obviously war is a huge Treyarch game mode. We brought back war in Advanced Warfare, and a lot of people like that as well. So Resistance, you know, kind of the idea of war where you're like trying to resist back against the people who are pushing you back towards your spawn and stuff like that. That could potentially be up. Next up, the second game mode that we have here is Purgatory. And this is another one where it's got both the regular core version and the hardcore version. And this one, that's a really interesting, you know, kind of like almost religious themed name. And I don't know what that could potentially mean. Like, I'm really excited to see what that one is. So we'll have to wait and see. And then finally, the last one that we have here is called Sudden Death. And I'm really not sure what to make of this one. So the deal is that Sudden Death, it's the only one out of the 3 that doesn't have a regular and a hardcore version. So that makes me think one of 2 things. I've got 2, you know, kind of like ideas or theories here. Number 1, we have seen Sudden Death before in things like Sabotage or Demolition and stuff like that. Like when it's a round-based game mode and you get to like the deciding round, it kind of changes it up. Like Sabotage, you guys remember Sabotage back in COD 4, or like Demolition, it changes to like there's only 1 bomb in the middle of the map instead of 2 bombs and stuff like that. So I'm thinking maybe Sudden Death is just a file for modes that are already in the game. Or I was even thinking this, what if Sudden Death had something to do with specialist weapons, like one-shot specialist weapons? Like, that's a playlist I would really like to see in Black Ops 3. Is like a specialist weapon only playlist where everything's like super overpowered and just like totally like crazily like off the walls and stuff like that. Like, you know, obviously if everything's overpowered, technically nothing's overpowered, but it's just like a bunch of one-shot kill weapons and just absolute mayhem going on all over the place. I think that'd be cool. So what if Sudden Death doesn't have a regular and a hardcore mode? Because you don't really need a hardcore mode if you're using specialist weapons only, because they're all one-shot kills anyway. So that was kind of my thought. You know, that seems kind of like an interesting idea there. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. It could be its own mode. It could be like kind of like the overtime tiebreaker version of modes that are already in the game. We'll have to wait and see. But I thought that was kind of unique. So yeah, there you guys have it. New modes: Resistance, Purgatory, and Sudden Death in Black Ops 3. Let me know what you guys think these mean. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys check out these 2 videos if you haven't seen yet. Peace out, guys.